All right, time to launch some rockets. Let's see if I can get this all set up here. I'm not sure why my stream is not showing Kerbal real quick, but I'm going to figure that out. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Lock that source. Stretch it and bring it up. There we go. Boom. Yay. Alrighty then. I don't need to listen to myself, so I'll turn that off. Let's see. We are doing Orbiter 2. Orbiter 2. Orbiter 2, which is all sorts of goodies loaded into. Oh, no. Orbiter 2 has all sorts of goodies loaded into it. It's got some super duper awesome science in there. Orbital camera things, and batteries, life support, all sorts of now functional plugins. So I'm very excited about that fact. Kicking it off with main engine, couple boosters to get us off the ground. And then after those boosters are done, we're going to kick into our additional liquid fuels, stage them off, and we will be up. And I think we're going to be doing a MUN flyby on this one. So let's see. Let's call this, let's see, MUN flyby. Version 1. MUN flyby. Version 1. Alright. I think that covers us. I think that covers us with everything we need. We've got some life support situation here. 13 days of supply, 7 days of we do not need 13 days of supplies, that is for sure. Especially since we won't have 2 days of, let's see, 4 days of supplies is probably, or we'll do 9 days of supplies. We don't need that much supplies. We don't need that much supplies, and save up some Delta V up here. That should work for us. Alright, so save this, launch this, and let's see what we got going on here. See what we got going on here. Alright, so heat. I'm not worried about heat right now. Surface information, vessel information. My surface information is here. You know what I really need? I need another engineering panel. I need a custom panel, and this is what I want to call this custom panel. Stage. Staging? Called staging? I think we're called staging. Select category. It's under vessel performance statistics, and what are we gonna call? We don't need the name. We need delta. Oh, hold on, let's float this real quick so I can see what we got. Got the delta V of the current stage, current delta V, total delta V. What's delta V CT? Current total. Oh, all right. So I don't need. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so I don't need current or total. I'll just do the current total right here. So it's going to show me all my delta V information, as well as my current and total delta V, which is what I'm totally looking for. Let's see. I think thrust to weight ratio is another item that I like looking at. Maybe acceleration. Maybe acceleration. Yeah, I think this is what I want. All this staging information right here, because it's nice that it's here, but it's hard to discern it when I'm taking off, and that's the problem, right? It's like it's nice to have this vessel information, but like I don't. What's the difference here? We got thrust, surface thrust to weight ratio. What does that mean? Show the vessel's surface. Wow, thanks. That was super descriptive. Show the vessel's actual and total thrust to weight ratio. That's usually what I'm using. I'm not using this, I'm usually using that, so we're not going to put that in. So I don't really use thrust, torque, suicide. I don't even honestly know what some of these items mean, so I think I'm just going to call it staging. I think that's a lot better for me. Now, orbital information. I mean, I keep it here. I don't think I need it anywhere else. Surface information. What's separator? Oh. What is separator? Separator is literally what you think it is. It is a separator. Ay. God, it's so stupid sometimes, I swear to God. Oh, jeez. Okay, the struggle's real, apparently. I like that. I like that a lot. That works for me. So I got my staging, total staging, and my thrust to weight ratio and my acceleration. All important things. GUI size, minimum. Done. Awesome. Okay. So now I've got staging. I like that. I got that. I can float this. Put that staging like right here so I can see the information while I'm flying up. Got my orbital information. I've got my surface and vessel information, all things that are important to make sure that I don't blow up when I'm going up. I'm wondering, actually, I think we're okay. Let's see. I like having this info. Compact view of science would be nice. And let's see.
How much do I have on my credit card?
Available right now. I don't know, buddy. This is science information. This is my science here and now information. Warp audio alert. Show results window. I don't really need the results window. Though I wonder. Is there a way to? There's no way to configure that. I don't need to worry about life support. So much information sitting in front of me, right? Now, I put a, whatchamacallit here. What's our electric charge sitting at? Oh, we're fine. I put this here so that I could put an experiment storage container so I can keep the experiment. And then I can transfer the data. Select part to transfer it to. Okay, we're gonna transfer it there. And we're gonna toggle this. And this part has container transfer data. So now I've got the data from this magnetometer, so I can do it again somewhere else later. Now this material study, I think this is not a resettable item, so if I do the bay and use it, I won't get it. So we're not going to do that because that would just be kind of silly at this point in time. Like, I would like to get it somewhere else, somewhere where it's like more beneficial, like up in space actually. So based on that fact, okay, let's see. SAS is turned on. Drop thrust to 50%. Actually, I think we can do quarter thrust at this current stage. Everything else looks good, and we are going to take off in 3, 2, 1, launch. Okay, so now I got a much better readout of what my data is. I know I have 18 seconds in my current stage. Got my thrust to weight ratio, which we're trying to keep at like 1.5 to 2. Acceleration, I think looks good. I'm not trying to like punch a hole in the atmosphere. I'm simply just trying to get off the ground right now. Alright, so this stage is done. We're in the next stage. We're gonna throttle up to 50% power. Okay, acceleration, surface speed is going up. Thrust to weight ratio, we're gonna bring us up a little more. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. Perfect. Alright, this stage, we've got 37 seconds left in the current stage. We're at 4,000. Our Apple Wappus is right around 6, so we're just still doing our thing. We're just burning right now. Just burning. Just burning. Looking good. We are looking good. 10 seconds until stage separation. Once we separate this stage, we are going to start our gravity turn. Okay, stage separated. Bring up a little bit more, and we are going to start our gravity turn ever so slightly in caps lock to give us a little bit of finer turn control here. And we are commencing gravity turn. Right around there. Keep it right at that. Nice. Okay, thrust to rate ratio is looking good. We are in the outer atmosphere. We are going to throttle up. No, stop it, sticky keys. Throttling up to full speed. Apoapus is at 60,000 meters and climbing. We're going to be targeting 100,000 meter Apoapus before we kill this. We're going to bring this down further though, because we do not need to be jumping it that high. We're at 90,000 meters. Stage is in 10 seconds. We are killing engines. Okay, perfect. All right, we are going to roll our vessel. Nice. Rolling our vessel. Perfect. Okay, now, next, we got 1 minute and 50 seconds before we're going to hit our highest altitude, and what we want to do is we're going to want to add the maneuver here. First things first, we're just going to circularize. That's it. We just want to get into orbit here, so... Alright, I don't really want to go crazy, though. Let's see what's that at. 88,000, 91,000, okay, 100,000. That should be good. We've got a fairly large burn, and we need to burn about 1.4 thousand meters per second, which is going to put us right into stage 5 and probably almost all through stage 5. So we'll be okay. We'll be all right. While we're doing that, we are going to do the orbital telescope observation. And we're going to do... It's a 42-second burn. Okay, it's fine. We got time. Do this. Keep that. All right, so this. Transfer to that. Okay. Toggle that. Okay. Maneuver this to center. Let's see. We don't need the vessel information anymore. It's getting in the way. Okay. Let's go into this thing. Open that up. Let's see. This guy. Transfer data. There was another tool that did this all for you, but I don't have that. The plugin's broken or something, so such is life. Okay, close that. We are going to burn right now. All the way. Okay. So we're now trying to bring our periapus up to match our apoapus. So, sorry for any background noise you may hear. I have a small child interested in all this. Hold on one second. All right, so periapus is at... we're coming. We're cooking here. Stage has got 12 more seconds. Please get me in orbit before I lose this stage. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. We're going to burn this stage out. Okay, so we've burnt the stage out, but that's fine. That's fine. We're good. Actually, I just left this part dead in space. Whatever. We'll use the tracking center station later to clear it out. All right, so the moon's here. Mun is there. So there's no way we're going to make Mun in the current radius that we're taking. I'm wondering, we might be able to burn like here, I'm thinking. And if we add the maneuver here, the hopes are is that we speed up and we try to catch Mun as it's passing. So that actually works. That works okay. We can make that work. We just need to burn sooner. Nope, later. Perfect. All right, so this burn is not bad. It's 784 meters per second. So it's not great. Not great. Let's see if I can see if we can burn less. The goal is to burn the least amount of fuel possible to get us into Mun's influence, right? Right there. So 775 gets us into Mun's influence right there. I'm not sure that there's a better time to burn. Okay. So what we're basically saying is that we want to get into Mun's radius. We don't need that much time, right? Like we're talking about, let's see, Mun encounter at negative 4 hours 25 minutes, separation at 5 hours. So we have an hour of time with Mun, which is more than enough time for what we need to do. And then what we need to do is we need to initiate another maneuver. So after this maneuver, what we're trying to figure out is we know we're going to use 776 to get there, and then we need to slow it down. Not that much. We don't have to be that slow. Got to get us to like, we're going to try for 70,000 meters. And the goal being is to let some of Mun's atmosphere slow us down. So this maneuver is saying it is going to need, let's see, what does this maneuver need? $859, 7, 8, oh no, it's impossible. My total delta V is 11. I can't make it out to Mun and back safely. That is a bummer. Can't make it out to Mun and back safely. All right, we would need more. So what we can do though is that we know we're going to have a couple of sciencey things that we can do out here. We'll have to work on improving. Let's see. Maybe if we try it over here, what does that look like? That's a bummer. We could do, maybe what we'll do is something slightly different. Maybe instead of doing that, maybe just add a maneuver here that brings the Apoapus up over like our high orbit of the planet. Yeah. Our electric charge is okay. That's not a problem. We'd also change our angle. Oh, that's way too much. No, it's impossible. I can't do that. Add a simple maneuver to just bring us into high orbit of the planet. That's it. It's 250,000 meters is high orbit. All right, so that's 260. Perfect. We'll go to a maneuver node here. All right, so let's do this real quick while we're let's open this up. Okay, and we're going to do that. We're going to keep the experiment. And we're going to transfer the data into that. Wait, did I transfer that data? Let's see. Perfect. Okay, so what do we got? node is in 32 minutes, so we are going to progress time to the next science possibility. Perfect. We're going to do the orbital observation there. We're going to transfer that data into our experiment module again, and we're going to speed up to the next spot. Nope. Alright, another orbital observation. I really do not need to see those results every single time, though. I'll tell you what. Transfer this data to there. Just eating up all that ooey gooey science. Transfer that data to there. One of the negatives of having to gather science at the start, which I realize I could just open this up as sandbox and not worry about any of it, but I don't know, part of that just feels kind of silly, right? Like, then what's the point? Hold on, did I not turn these on? I didn't turn these on. Burn's gonna take longer than that, that's for sure. Perfect. And it really didn't affect it that bad, we're okay. Okay, so, keep going. Nope, keep going. Nope, keep going. Nope, keep going. Burn is in 10 minutes. Right, maneuver node is now. Okay, it wasn't exactly the best that we could have done. It wasn't the worst that we could have done. So we just gotta... There we go. A little corrective action, and we are off and running here. I don't think there'll be any EVAs, if I'm not mistaken. I think right now what we're simply going to be looking at is just a simple glide up. I don't know. I'm not telling you. Let's see, I gotta respond to that real quick. Oh gosh, no. Whoa, okay, that was dangerous. Let's shut down this engine real quick. Stop with that. All right, perfect. Let's see, where am I at? I'm approaching, I'm on my way, 13 minutes away from Apoapis. We are gonna, let's see, retrograde. We'll probably end up retrograde orienting this because we're gonna end up slowing ourselves down to, you know, obviously land. It would have been nice to get to Mun, but it's not the end of the world. I just have to make some alterations on this ship. I need a little more Delta V. And honestly, I think what I need to do is this engine should not be this engine. And I did it because I didn't have enough electric charge. I also did it when I didn't have batteries. So with more batteries, I could literally, I don't need an engine that generates electricity. And then I could have used a far more fuel efficient engine in space, which I didn't. But that's okay. We will use a more fuel efficient engine, just gonna take a little bit of time. Ah, there we go. Now we're in high orbit. How much Delta V do I have? I wonder one thing real quick. Let's see. Can I circularize? I can. You know, maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just circularize this orbit and really maximize the amount of science I'm doing up here, because I certainly can do that. There's really no reason why I can't. Do this right here. Kick off this maneuver node like this. We're in the grasslands right now, so we're going to do a couple things. Let's see. Atmospheric pressure. Temperature. Orbital scan. Magnetometer. Done. Okay, now I gotta find all of these devices. I gotta transfer all of their science, because I don't have a plugin to do it. What a pain in the butt. Transfer all the science. Oh, that's a battery pack. Transfer this to there. Done. Transfer that data to there. Done. Okay. Now, what's my electric charge situation? I need to pause that. Actually, let's see. Can I think it's Alt click. Let's see. It's this and that. Can I transfer? Yes. Can transfer that in. Perfect. 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 Okay.
What to do now?
Hold on one second, guys. Alright, I am back. I might have a co-pilot here in a second, though. Alright, listen. When I tell you to, I need you to hit... I need you to hit this button when I tell you to, okay? You see the button? See the Z? Don't hit it yet. No, don't hit it yet.
So when you take your hand away from the Z, that's when you have to press it?
Right, so we have 3 minutes and 14 seconds until we have a maneuver that we need to do. So we need to turn the engine on until this number says 0. So this will go down as we approach the maneuver that we're trying to do. So when I tell you to, you're going to press Z, okay, and it's going to turn the engine on, and then I will probably turn the engine off, because it'll be a lot easier for me to just turn the engine off versus trying to tell you to turn the engine off.
So I can turn it on and turn it off?
You're going to turn it on, and I'll turn it off. But not yet, not yet, not yet. We still have 2 minutes and 42 seconds. And in fact, I could speed this up a little, watch.
Yeah.
Nope, wait.
Yeah. That's so slow.
I know. Well, I don't want to miss the maneuver. So, unfortunately, and we have our little science thing that's yelling at me every time we change. Oh, we missed the maneuver. All right, hit Z. Okay, hit that. Okay, done. Perfect. So now, this little gray guy is us. Actually, we don't really need to have this focused anymore. Can I untarget this? Yeah, unset target. Thank you. So this little gray guy is us right here. Okay, and we are moving behind Kerbin right now, which is this planet. All right. This little, you see those letters? AP. AP stands for Apoapis, which is the highest point that our spaceship will be above Kerbin. And the PE stands for Periapis, which means the lowest point that our spaceship.
PE?
It says PE right there. Yep. And it stands for Periapis, which is the lowest distance that, like, how low our spaceship will be over Kerbin. But we're in orbit, right? So we always are going around in a circle. So we'll never actually land on the planet until we turn our engines on and slow down. Okay?
Oh.
You got it? Good. All right.
And
at least someone's got it.
And then when you go to launch another one, I can launch it.
Yes, Nikki. A headband to match Dad, right? Are you wearing a headband to match me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And even hair to match Dad too, when I do my hair.
Boop, boop.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You see, you're right here. You're right there. You're just a little too short to show up on the stream.
Oh.
Here, hold on 1 second.
So it's when I touch it will do it after I'm done doing it.
Stand on that. Stand on that. Okay. There.
Now I'm taller.
You are certainly taller, but why is that? Oh. Yeah, that works, I guess. I can shift you over just a little. I'm going to shift you over. Okay? Just like that. There you go. Now you're 100% in the stream while we wait for... Honestly, I'm not sure what we're going to wait for, because I think, science-wise, I don't think there's much more science I can do in high orbit that I've already... yeah. Miss Nikki says you're very cute. What do you have to say to that?
Thank you. Thank you.
She can hear you just fine where you're standing. So now we're in this little spaceship right here. All right, check this out, because we can do more. And we can't do a lot more, but we can do some stuff. All right, watch this. Boop. See this guy? That's our guy. That's our Kerbin. Hit B, and we can put him back on the ship. Can you hit B for me? Boop. Thank you.
He's back inside.
He is back in the ship now.
And if we press B again, he'll come out. Right?
No, I don't think B will let him out. Teaching him how to fly in space? Yes. Yes, we're Rocket Ships 101 today. Actually, I think I'm just gonna take this now, because probably just easier. Did I not open one of these up? I did open one of these up. Okay. So, let's keep going here.
What would happen when you close those?
Nothing. I can close them right now. Watch. Oh, wait. Hold on. I gotta slow down. I was speeding up time. See? I can close this thing, too. It doesn't really make that noise. I'm just making it for you. Oh, you know what we should have?
What?
All right. Don't touch anything. Stay right here. Okay? Hold on. There's actually music that's being played right now. Can't hear it because I don't have my speakers on, but I can headphones hear it too.
Yeah. That's the right way.
Can you hear the music?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay. Okay, now you can hear the music. Alright? And you can hear the engines when we turn them on.
Can you hear it when you turn it on?
Yep, well, we're not going to turn... Actually, What do you think about this? We probably could turn these on pretty much now because there's really not much more going on here. I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to either try to land on the desert. Let's see. Let's look at this real quick. Where do we have show experiments available on this vessel? Okay, we need to do a magnetometer in a handful of different places. Oh, northern ice shelf. Man, that could probably be a nice one to see. The northern ice shelf. EVA report. Oh yeah, look at all these really good ones that we could do here. That's like some straight.
But we can only do one, right?
No, let's see. Well, let's see if we can do what we can do here. There's no way that we can make that. Could do this desert though.
Okay, so can we press C now?
What?
For a rocket.
I'm gonna let you turn it on in just a second. I have to set up a maneuver first, and then I'm gonna let you do it. Okay? Maneuver at Appalapis. We're gonna just slow down the vessel. Slow it down. Oh, we can't slow it down like that. We have to move this like that. We should be doing it like on almost like a 45-degree angle to where we want to land, ideally. So that way, when we land, we're not coming through too much atmosphere. Otherwise, we will seriously have problems. So what we're trying to do is, you see this new orange line, right?
Yeah.
You see the orange line? What we're trying to do is make sure we're trying to get the ship to land on somewhere here in this vicinity. So what I'm doing is I'm setting up a marker so I know where I need to land. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to, in fact, land there. So let's do this. We're going to stop this from halting our time warp for a second because it's starting to be a pain in the rear end. We're going to warp to here. Let's see. Where is that? Warp here. Boop. Go. Warp, 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 warp. Alright, so we're just fast forwarding a little in time. Fast forward. Fast forwarding through time. Do, 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 do.
Press B?
Not yet, not yet. No, you're going to press Z again in a second. Hold on.
So to turn the engine off?
Yep.
Can we go back so we don't have to see like that thing?
Yeah, in a second. Hold on. I got to get us closer to where we need to do our maneuver so I can see. Kerbin's always moving, right? So like even whenever we do our maneuver, like we might not hit the target we want to hit, though. In this case, we're going to hit the target we want to hit. So we are very, very close to being able to kick on our engine. So we'll go here. Okay, we're going to tell it to put us into position for maneuver. Okay, turn this back on real quick.
So can I press Z now?
Z? Yes, you're going to press Z in just a second. Hold on. We're going to press Z in just a second, okay? We've got 2 minutes and 44 seconds, so I'm going to try to speed us up just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Can you, like, make him go out?
I can. We're going to make him go out once we land.
Okay.
Okay? Hold on 1 second. All right. Press C.
Okay.
You hear the engines?
Yeah. Whoa.
All right. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Now we're going to go retrograde because we want to slow down. And so now you see our little blue line, right? Now where does our blue line go? Boop.
Yep.
Right? It lands, right? It's no longer going around the planet. Now the blue line is landing because we've slowed down. So what's going to happen now is that now that we're slowing down, we're slowly going to lose altitude. Our number is going down here, right? It's 280, and you see it's 3, 2. If I speed it up a little, go faster. 1. You see how these numbers are going down? They're getting smaller, right? So we don't need that right now.
What happens when they're all 0?
When they're all 0, we're on the ground.
So that's go. I just want to sit down.
It's fine. It's fine. You can sit down.
Yeah.
There's no talking in that thing. It's not plugged into anything. You don't need it. There's no one to talk to. I'm me. That's it. You got me. I'm your only person you're talking to.
I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
So when I said I love you in that thing, it's sending my noise to you?
No, I can just hear you because look at my ear. See? I can hear you. Now everyone, well, Nikki and the 2 other people that are watching the stream can hear you say that you love me. But that's about it. Okay, so we're gonna turn the engine on one more time because we need to slow down just a smidge more before we hit the atmosphere at rapid rate.
So I said I loved you. The ones that are watching her and me, that I said I love you, and they thought that they said that I love them.
No, they don't think that. You're cool. All right, we're gonna look up heat because we now need to see what our heat situation is. All right, so we need to hit the Z button again. Can you do that for me? Can you hit the Z button? We need to slow down. We're going a little too fast.
Speeding up.
Slowing down. We're shooting our rocket the opposite direction with the goal being to slow down. So we're gonna let the rocket finish. Okay, now one time only press press the space bar. Press it. Thank you. All right, that's it. The rest of this is completely driven by gravity now. We have no more control over our vessel, to be honest.
So when we press B, where will the fire come out?
There is no more fire. So now all we have are parachutes. Okay? So here's what's gonna happen, right? We are landing right now. We're gonna start to see fire, okay? Because we're coming into the atmosphere. So it's air. Okay, but we're moving so fast that the air is moving past us at such a quick rate that it's heating up really, really fast. I mean, it's going so much faster than you would ever really understand.
So now we're landing.
Yes, we are.
To
Thanks, Nikki.
the desert.
Yep, we're gonna land in the desert or maybe on the mountains, and it's all good because we need to land there because we want some good science for this. I'll let you know when you can hit the space bar again to bring up our parachutes.
Which one's
Not yet.
Space
it's the big one. It's the big one, but don't hit it yet. See how these are all red right here? You see how that's red and that's red and that's red on the left side? You see right there where I'm pointing?
Oh, so when they're all green, I can press it?
Right. When they're green, you can press it because that means that we're low enough. But we don't necessarily want to do that right off the bat. Okay, so we could take a crew report here. That's awesome. Yes. I love that. I can do a temperature report, even better.
That one's gray.
But we're going to wait for those.
The bottom one is
yes,
gray.
The bottom one's great because we could technically use it right now, but we're not going to. You'll see why. We're going to use it in a little bit. So,
because we're still in outer space.
Well, we're flying in the air, but these don't work until this says 2500. And now it says 91, 90, 8. You see how it's going down? So eventually, it's going to get to a point where I can use them. So actually,
I can. You can use them, and I can press it.
Yes. All right. So big space bar one time. Hit it. Okay. Now watch. See how those came out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They're gonna open up in a second here. We don't need that anymore. And we don't really. Actually, we don't need anything from the engineer anymore. So.
Whoa. That opened up.
Yep. So now this opened up and it slowed down our vessel. Okay. Now we're gonna do a couple things while we're flying. We're gonna do a temperature report because we really could use one. We're gonna open this bad boy up and we're gonna transfer. If I can see I really gotta work on the placement of these things. We're transferring that data to there.
Then when you land, you're going to close everything up.
Yeah, we're gonna close everything up in just a second. I want to see if I have any more. Nope, I don't. Okay. Crew report, review report. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna close this. Okay, we're almost. Oh, we have to do an EVA right now, actually. No, we don't. We'll do that EVA in a second. Okay. Do me a favor. Hit that spacebar again. Watch this. Now our really big parachutes just opened up. And they're going to slow us down so we don't crash into the ground at some insanely fast speed. Okay, now watch this. Jebediah, who's our pilot, he's going to pop out real quick. Okay, we're going to do an EVA report. Okay, we're going to put Jebediah, hit B to bring him back in for me. Right there, B. Thank you.
I didn't look backwards.
Okay, we're good. And so what we're going to do is Actually, we're 4 meters per second. We're fine. That's it. Now we're just going to wait until we hit the ground. And once we hit the ground, we'll do a couple things for science. And then we're going to recover our vessel. And then we could talk about, I have to make a new one. And then we could take off again.
Oh, and I can press that.
Yes, and then you can launch the vessel.
We're almost down, but right?
Yep.
We can press it. We can make
No, actually, there's no more parachutes. We have all our parachutes out now. We have 8 parachutes. We have more than enough.
Well, why are the parachutes green?
That means that they're open. That means that they're open and they're working right now. That none of them have broke. If they were red, that would mean that they ripped off, and yellow means that we shouldn't open them yet. And then gray and white means that they're safe to use, whenever we want. So we're gonna speed up time a little. Takes a little long for this thing to fall when we have 8 parachutes, but the vessel's so big, we have all these science things that. Did you hear that voice?
Yeah.
That's an add-on that we have. It's called Chatter. It just basically is random people talking. Oh boy, here we go. We're almost on the ground. And touchdown.
Now we can bring them
Hold on. I got to do a couple things here. I got to do that, and that. Okay. Then we got Babo's got to come out here. We got to do this. And we got to do that. Okay. Hit B to bring him in. Okay. And that's it. Let's recover this vessel and see how much science we just got. So we do recover vessel.
We're going back.
We are going back. We got 167 science. That is a humongous amount of science. We did 24 experiments up there. I would say that was quite successful. Let's go to this tracking station. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have set up some debris somewhere. Oh, maybe I don't. Hold on. I do have debris. It's right here. It's this guy. We're going to terminate this flight because I left some debris up there. So, okay. Now let's see what kind of science we can get, shall we? Because we've got a lot of science now. So we could go with solar panels, which would be a huge help.
Wait, go down.
What do you want me to go down to?
We get that.
You can get this stuff. Yes, we could. If we got this stuff, that would leave us with 77. So we could technically... We're not going to get another 90. I'm not sure we need another 90. Or we could go with some avionics here. It's flight control. I'm not really interested in that. Avionics would allow us to fly airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
This is more science, but honestly, we're kind of in a good science place right now. We don't really need miniaturization. Again, this electronics would probably be key, because with solar panels, then that means I can use less batteries, which means the vessel would be lighter. We can go up and do things. It also has this...
Oh, I want to do the thing so the vessel will be lighter.
Oh, yeah? Okay. All right. Oh, this thing would be awesome, but I can't use that yet. Space exploration or electron. I think we're going to go with electronics. I think we have to go with solar panels. I don't think we really have a choice.
So the
active radiator.
So the thing gonna launch is gonna be lighter.
Oh, I see. It pulls it down. That's all. Oh, that's if we like shoot it to the sun or something, which we're totally not doing yet.
Oh, so that thing right there is just showing what I do.
This is what everyone else that's watching us is seeing. This is what it actually is right now. So there's a little delay right here, right? So if I go like this, and I say, hi guys, how's it going? And watch. It'll take a couple seconds. Okay. See how I waved and I said, hi guys? It took like, I think it's 10 seconds or something like that. I think that's the delay. Now watch over here, because it will show up in like 10 seconds. Alkaline fuel. Oh, that's okay. I like that. That's another science experiment we can do. All right, we're going with this. We're definitely going with this science. I think that's definitely where we need to go. Now the question is, do we save up for something better?
Let's just Can we just launch up another rocket?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to. I'm trying to see where we should spend our money though, because I have to spend it somehow. I think we're okay though. No, don't hit that. Don't hit that, because then they can hear you like tapping on the microphone. That's not really nice. No one wants to hear that.
Knock knock. He's there. Boo. Boo hoo. Oh, don't cry.
Dude. You're silly. You're silly, buddy. Boo. Boo hoo.
Knock knock.
Nikki just said, who's there?
Boo.
No, you have to wait because there's a delay. So you said boo. It's going to take 10 seconds for her to hear that you said boo.
Someone says boo right there.
Well, she's typing right here. She's typing right there. That says who's there. And then the next one, well, she hears you. Okay, so she says boo hoo.
Oh, don't cry.
Okay, so take 10 seconds for her to hear you say don't cry. You just gotta be patient, buddy. I know patience isn't something that, not a strong suit.
So when I say something, he thinks what I say.
And then she just said LOL, meaning that she's laughing at your joke. Got it?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what did that just say?
It says, funny boy. What are you saying? I don't even think that would pick up.
Poo poo pa.
No, don't use potty language. Come on.
No one. Can
No.
we just launch one? Wait, but first,
Yes.
get that spike for the spike for the front of the rocket thing.
Oh, hold on. I can't. This is all airplane parts. I wouldn't want to use any of these. I could do this. I might be able to make a ship with this re-entry module. I'm not used to it, but if I had two, then I have a scientist, and he can reset all our science experiments, and then it would make life a lot easier if we got around Mun.
Okay, so what's
All right.
get?
That's what you want me to get? All right, we're getting it. Boom. All right, so now I have to build a new rocket. That takes some time. That's not a quick one. Do you want to come back in a few minutes after I'm done building this rocket, and then I'll let you launch it?
I want you to build it.
All right. All right. All right. So we are gonna build a brand new rocket from scratch here. New rocket. We're gonna call it. What are we using here? We're using the 2 crew capacity unit. We're gonna call this the Mun Orbiter.
A Mun
Orbiter 1. So Mun is the name of the moon that is around this planet, and that is what we are going to be targeting for. The only difference is that we're using a different vehicle. So we need to make sure we don't miss anything. Antenna rating is 5K. Okay, these antenna ratings look identical, so that's good. This has got heat. This doesn't have a reaction wheel. That's the problem. So I gotta put SAS in here. This thing's never gonna turn. I don't know where this ejection mod. This must be. Oh, that must eject. That must eject. That's why. That must eject. It does eject. Yep. Can I turn off the injection system? I don't. I'm not really a big fan of having an the ejection system, but I don't really have a choice on that, I guess.
No.
Bigger vessel naming. Oh. Mun Orbiter is a ship. Okay, cancel that. Okay, I can't. Just gonna have to be careful. That's all.
Just come on, build.
I'm working on it there, boss. Jeez. Someone's bossy. Science. Oh, science. Oh, good. I can put that up there. Awesome. Means I can also put that up there. Oh, okay. I think I know where this is going to go. I can put that there. I can put. Let's see. Can I get this there? Nice. Future raid lead. I don't know if I would do that to him, Nikki.
Do the top. Make the top of the rocket.
What?
Make the top of the rocket.
I'm making the top of the rocket right now. That's what this is right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so that window is where your guy that's in the rocket can look out?
Mm-hmm. Yes. least 4 of these breaking chutes, or we are gonna have problems. Can they get out? I don't even know where out is. I bet you out's this thing right here. Let's see. I go like that. Then we're gonna use bigger, more robust chutes. So let's see. These go there. That goes there. This goes here. And honestly, this, I don't really want to use this at all. Any way to break this out of the stage? No, there's no way to break it out of the stage. Alright, just gonna have to be smart about it. Probably gonna totally hit it by accident though, to be honest with you. Let's see. Heat thermals. So for thermals, we want to put so those slow us down. These actually save our life. That's thermals to protect the storage container. That's the magnetometer, which we're going to use for that. Okay, universal storage. Let's see. Can I put oxygen and water? I need life support. I need life support. I've got a radial. No.
Why not radio?
No, I meant radial, meaning it goes on the outside of the ship. But that's not what we need. What we need is regular old life support. We need this right there. Boop. That gives us a lot of life support. 23 days.
So why are you going to put this stuff on that's going to make the fire come out?
Soon. Give me 1 second.
Can you do it now?
In a moment. Yes, I will do it. I have to. Gotta set up the vessel, man. There's a lot of options here. I know. He's so. Love you. Alright. No, we can't do that. Is that what I want? No, that's too big. I'm gonna use some universal storage here. Boop. Told you. Building the rockets fun, but not always exciting, because there's a lot of effort that goes into making sure that we're putting the right pieces in the right spots. So we gotta put some bay doors in here. This is where we're gonna hide some of our science experiments. Okay, so we're going to actually, first things first. Ooh, where does this power go? Might just attach batteries. Alright, so science. Oh, science. Okay, so that is our temperature sensor. And that is our atmosphere sensor. Okay. Let's see if I can make this look a little less conjumbled here.
That's good, Daddy. That's good.
My OCD says otherwise, but you're right. It's probably good. All right, close that bay door. So that's our temperature and atmosphere sensors. Okay, that's what we're going to use for when we get up around Mun, and we're going to do some of those. We have, let's see, what else we got here? We have mysterious goo, which I am not sure I can fit into this container. I mean, it looks kind of silly, but I think it works. Okay, mysterious goo in there. What's next? We need a telescope, because we want to do some orbital observations, but this is not going to work in here. No, we'll have to put this somewhere else. Put that somewhere else. So putting that somewhere else. Let's see, will this radio pack work? Let's see. Let's see. Meow.
Okay, that's what you need for it to go out when you're landing.
Think I should just put it on the outside and cause some just regular old drag? Probably not the best idea, but we could probably make this work. I doubt that's going to cause that much problems. Famous last words. Actually, I think that's a really bad idea, and I have other containers I could put this in. I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to cause problems. It's going to look silly, but it really doesn't break anything. I'm really on the fence about that right now. I'm on the fence about this, where this is.
Put there.
Think here? I guess. It just looks silly. That's my concern, is that it looks silly. But, whatever. I guess. That's a bad idea. I think this whole setup looks not great, personally. That's even worse.
That's okay.
I'm not sure I need to be actually that concerned about the heat generation for what I'm doing, to be honest with you. I think they might just be overthinking this a little.
Yeah, but wait. First,
Don't worry about that.
Go. If you put those on, when you put those, I think it's going to break those things. So you had to put those away.
Part of it is trial and error, right? Part of it is learning from our mistakes. So we are going to set it up this way, and we are going to see how bad of a mistake I am making right now. Alright, so we've got power, we've got these radio antennas, we've got those two in there plus that.
So what are we going to put in there?
What? We're going to put batteries in here to make up, to give us a little more. Actually, I don't need that many batteries though. Honestly, I don't need batteries at the top of this vessel. I could probably just account for the additional drag during takeoff and just call it a day. Don't need this. Kind of silly. That little bit of drag probably, could cause issues, but I don't think it's going to cause issues. Do not think it's going to cause any issues. I think we're going to be okay. We could put a payload module in here right underneath that, and that's where we can, let's see, close that bay. Yes. Close that bay. Alright, perfect. Open this bay up. A little more science, just because. Why not? Science is great.
So that's a telescope.
Yes, it is a telescope. You are 100% right.
So you can see.
Correct, sir. You are correct. So we've got the Science Junior. We've got our light. Actually, you know what? Let's just do one thing here. If I had to choose, like the one thing that we would lose in the event of like a catastrophic failure, what that thing is, I'd say life support, because it's the first thing that we're not going to need once we hit the ground. So we're going to put life support in there. I don't think there's anything else that's going to go in here. I think from a heat standpoint, we'll put a heat shield on. Like that.
Daddy.
Oh boy.
I need one more win to get to extreme.
Good job, buddy. Alright, so this is what's going to land. Lord willing, this is what's going to land. We are going to install some solar panels. And the goal there is that we need electricity to do what we're going to do. I think these solar panels will easily meet the electrical needs that we have, because we have only 3 hours, maybe, just to be on the safe side. Oh, that's okay. That's excessive. We do not need that many batteries. Let's go like, see what 4 batteries looks like for us. Okay, that gives us a day of electricity. I mean, really, nowhere we're going is going to take a full day of darkness. And these panels, the way they're oriented, means that I have to remember to orient the vessel in a fashion that will ensure that I'm the sun is hitting them.
Done?
I'm almost done. Almost done. I've got supplies, I've got batteries, and I got habitation. We're good on that department. We've got all of our science-related stuff, right? Let's see. Yes, 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 yes. We have all of our science. Okay. We are going to double check our Kerbals. We are taking, no, we don't need Bill. We need Bob. We're taking Jebediah and Bob. Bob's our scientist. He's going to be able to reset all of our experiments that we do once we're up there, so we can reuse these experiments. And if we can get into orbit of Mun, then we can do all of that super cool science, and that would be super awesome. Okay, next, for the fun part. Now we start building our vessel. Okay, it's definitely not that way. First things first, we need to, nope, too big. Perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're building out our, this is the space portion of our orbiter. Okay, so it's got 1200 meters per second of delta V, which is...
So are you done?
Okay, no, I'm not done yet. Hold on there. Just patience. Patience. I know. Patience is one of those things that we got to struggle with. I get it. But we are almost done. I'm starting to... What is that thing? Oh, it looks really cool, but we don't need that. The question is when am I going to use this? I've got to be able to get into Mun's orbit and actually achieve an orbit, and then I've got to be able to come back. Then I got to do all of that with this 1 tank of fuel. There's really no reason why I shouldn't be able to do that. That being said, mistakes can be made. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the most important part. The fact that I can't actually move this vessel without SAS. God, that would have been awkward. I've been like, why can't I move? Because I have no SAS. That's why I can't move. So this is reaction wheel gives us, oh God, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Reaction wheel gives us a pitch, yaw, and roll torque of 5 in comparison to this guy, which was giving us the same. So okay, we're fine.
What did that say right there?
No is mistakes will be made. No mistakes will be made. Thanks.
What will the next thing say?
No, just saying no is mistakes will be made. I'm guessing saying that we will probably make mistakes and we'll probably crash this thing, but that's okay. It's okay. Oh, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Hopefully I launch this in the next minute and it doesn't crash. I don't think it's going to crash, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking more...
You need a door for you guys to get out, right?
They'll get out from, I think this is the door right here. I haven't seen this model before, but I think this is the door that they use to get out. So we will see. All right. So now we got 1700 meters per second of delta V. We've got nearly a 3-minute burn. I would say that that's more than enough for what we need to do in the Mun situation. So, you see, I don't like when these vessels get so big. This is when it becomes an issue for me, but whatever. Let's keep going. Okay, so we're going to couple this down here like this. All right. So now we're going to build the actual portion of the ship that's going to get us off the ground. Okay? That's what you were looking for, mostly? It's not the door. What's that for? What? Oh, this isn't the door, huh? Oh, what's the door? Maybe this little like porthole thing here?
Uh,
I figured they'll be able to get out no matter what because I tried not to block any of it, but
it's something that I saw that had a window and really looks like a door.
I know, right? It covers an air vent or something. It blows off when the craft lands. Oh. Then the question is can they EVA in this thing? I mean, I guess, honestly, the EVA is the least of my concerns. I can live without them being able to EVA. We'll give it a try. The door you're looking for is between the two chutes. Gotcha. Alright. Cool. Thanks, Solo. I appreciate that. Let's keep working on this lower part here. Alright, so this lower part... excessive? Probably. Nope, too small. Can't use that. This. See, I just don't have an engine that fits that, though, so it's kind of silly. I need a bigger engine.
Oh, wait, I was talking about... Go back.
Go back what? Engines? What do you want an engine?
Look.
This one?
Down.
This one?
That one?
That one?
That looked like a door.
Oh, no, it's an engine. Look, I'll show you it. We're not going to put it on, but it's an engine that sits on the side of the vessel.
Oh.
Yeah. We might use those to land on Mun. Not in this attempt. We're not landing on Mun in this attempt. This attempt is all about gaining science, so we have enough science to do what we need to do. Alright, so here we go. Basic config, right? We've got a main engine with a fuel tank that's going to break away to a smaller engine that has a higher ISP in space, meaning we use less fuel but we get more thrust. But it doesn't work in the atmosphere. It only works in space. Well, it works in the atmosphere, just not as well. But we still have more to do, right? This isn't getting us off the ground.
When one comes off, you have another thing that can make more fire so you can go up with fire.
Yes, something like that, yeah. Alright, couplers. We need to now stage this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. Yeah. Fun with science. I agree. Make more fire. Yeah. It's exactly what we need. More fire.
More.
More fire. Alright. Okay. Break these up a little. Done. Okay, so next, fuel tanks. More fuel tanks. So we're going to put these guys. Oh, I really hate the placement of this thing. It's always dicey. Yeah, fire is always good, unless of course the ship is on fire, in which case it would be bad. Let's see, are these, they're even enough? Okay.
Okay, so now you're going along.
Very close, very close. I'm building, I have to build out what we're going to be using to get off the ground, okay? Fortunately, this part's a little rinse and repeat from our previous vessel. The only difference is more fuel is being used. Okay, so where are these guys? So, oh boy, crushing my legs here, bro. Have you tried to build any space planes yet? In previous versions of KSP, I have built space planes. I will probably be attempting it, but I'm playing like the science version of this, so I have to build up like science to actually get access to some of those parts. And honestly, it's just personally driven of having like some actual challenge other than just, oh, here's all of these parts, go have fun. So I just did that wrong. That's where it's supposed to go. Perfect. So those break off, then these break off. Then these guys feed the main tank, which is the last booster to be boosting. So now we've got, based on this setup, we can do 5,000 meters per second, which is good. Still need more, a little bit more, because I'm not super duper efficient in my in my orbit skills, but that's okay. We're okay. I'm gonna throw a little more fuel on this bad boy, like that. throw some aerodynamics in here just so we're not causing too much drag with these bad boys. Nice. Okay. Better.
So now
Better,
you're
better.
done.
Almost. Almost. I gotta put some wings on and maybe some solid rocket boosters. We're gonna see. Get rid of that for a second. Can't see. What am I looking for? Relative area. Oh, those are much bigger control surfaces. I'm not sure. Oh, wow. That's maybe even excessive. It probably is excessive. It's actually probably excessive. Struts. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Struts probably a requirement at this point due to how big I just made those tanks. We'll add those in a second here. Trying not to cause the drag to be too far back, which I kind of just did with this process, but I think we'll be okay. Because I certainly don't need it once this breaks away, that's for sure. I don't need fins in space. That's not a requirement. Let's add some strut action here. Struts for a little bit of stability. I doubt I need more than that, though, to be honest with you. We got these here. That's holding that portion. Up here, that's a little bit of extra. I think we're okay on that. So we've got, let's see what our engineer says. We've got 5,500 meters per second of delta V, which is not bad. The question is do I put some solid rocket boosters here, which would probably be excessive from how much thrust to weight ratio we have, but if I can stage these engines differently, it wouldn't be that excessive. And I really want to make sure I get up there. You can never have too many struts. That's a good point. Some of the physics of KSP can sometimes be a little interesting, to say the least. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we're going to use nothing crazy. I don't really need to, we're not trying to, hold on, let's see, where are these? These and those are going to be in the same breakaway. When we break those away, what we'll do is we'll fire off our secondary engines. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Oops. Those. Almost done. Very close to done. Now we're in the final planning stages here. Put that to there. All right, now we're talking. Now I got a lot more delta V to deal.
Now are you done?
Yes, bossy. Gosh. Don't be so bossy. So close to done. So very close to done. And I'm totally going to miss something because you're rushing me now.
Are you done?
Possibly. Close. Let's see. Let's make sure these go in the right spot. So, firing off the main engine and these 4 solid rocket boosters and breaking the struts. Then, after 23 seconds, we'll kick off the solid rocket boosters and we'll engage the 4 external rockets. After 36 seconds, the first round of rockets that have lost fuel will get kicked off. After another minute, we kick these off. After another minute, we break off the main drive, which is left with just our higher end vacuum rated drives here. And it's either going to work or we're going to die. Well, you could always revert it. It's okay. Let me just double check, make sure I didn't miss anything. I got electric, fuel, engines, SAS, some struts, some couplers, I got that, I got wings, thermal control, I have electric, don't need communications because we're driving it. I've got all of the science I could possibly fit into this. I don't have lights. I kind of don't really need lights, so I'm not landing. I've got chutes, which I'm probably good on the chutes department. This is probably excessive to have 4 of these chutes, but no, it's life. And I have life support, so we got 6 days of supply, 7 days of habitation, and way more than enough battery once we hit the sun. So let's save this. You can't take off quite yet. We need to just make sure of one thing, okay? Make sure I got the right crew. I've got Jebediah and I've got Bob. All right. I just want to make sure of one thing. I want to make sure that I can actually get someone out of this vessel and that I didn't block whatever door this is going to end up being. Actually, I really want to make sure that, in fact, the vessel allows them to EVA. So, hey, Bob, can you EVA? Oh, you can EVA. Yay. Okay. It's like the smallest door on the planet, but whatever. It seems to work.
Let's close that door up.
Perfect. Okay. So we can get Bob out, no problem. Oh, and here's the nice part. Now we can reset. I think we can reset this right from here, if I'm not mistaken. We can transfer the data into that. Yep, that's fine. Oh, he has to EVA it though. That's a bummer. I don't really think I want to do that. Oh, I can do it maybe when we're in space. We'll try. I'm not really good at... Hey, HOC, what's up? What's going on, man? We'll try that. I've never really been good on the EVA side. Oh, you know what? If he has to reset that, that means he has to go down there. And I don't think I have a way for him to walk down without stairs.
Are we ready to launch? Yeah.
All right, bossy. You know what? We're probably ready to launch. I'm probably overthinking half of what I'm talking about right now. So hold on one second. Let's get this stuff out of my way. Mind if I post a link? I don't have links enabled, but if you PM me, I can repost it. That's not a problem. Show engineer. Okay, so we got a couple things we're going to look at. We're going to look at orbit, because that's kind of important. We have our staging area that shows kind of what we're doing as far as staging is concerned. Almost need nothing in vessel now. I have surface, I have orbit, I have staging. Okay, I think we're in a good place. So let's look at one more thing before we do that. Where is Mun? And where are we? We are here. Mun is there. If we take off, we're coming around, we're going to have to... That's actually probably fine, and honestly. Okay, well, you know what? What's the worst that's going to happen? It doesn't work out? We'll do 50% throttle just to make sure that we get off the ground
That's
here.
the guy that's going to fly it.
Jebediah is our pilot, and Bob is our scientist.
So Bob is in the back, and the pilot is in the front?
Yep. Hold on one second. I'll take a look at that in a second. All right. Let's... You ready to take off?
Yeah.
Do you want to count down, or do you just hit the button whenever?
You count down, I hit button.
Okay. So let's launch in
3,
2, 1, go.
Whoa, that's so loud.
Yep. All right, so we are off, and so far we haven't blown up. So, all right, that's gonna break off. Those are gonna turn on.
So now you're up
5,
in the sky,
4,
right?
3, 2, 1.
And now some of those guys that are not in the rocket ship are going to pick those things up and put them back where you can build your rocket again.
Yeah. No, yes. Yeah. These guys are just, you know, kind of invisible guys that are down there picking stuff up, but yeah, that's the idea. Are you going with the rocket sounds here? Let's see, where are we at? Crushing my legs, bro. Crushing my legs. Can you stand a little bit on that? Thanks. Here we go. Perfect. All right, we are 14 seconds away from breaking this stage off here. 10 seconds away from breaking this stage off. We're now in the middle atmosphere. Nice. Thrust to weight ratio is looking good. Those are off. Okay, we're gonna... Well, we didn't need to go that fast. We didn't need to go that fast. Bring it down just a smidge.
So the wings are going to stay on?
Yep. All right, we're gonna start our gravity turn at 20,000 meters.
Can I make those things fall off?
In a second. I'll let you know when. Hold on. I gotta turn. Without causing the entire vessel to flip over on its side, because we are... Wait, no. No, wait. No. Hold on. No. Wait. I'll tell you when. I can barely get this thing off the ground without you. Without you on my lap. Let me just get it a little higher first, okay? All right, we're shooting for an Apoapis of about 9. We're gonna go for 90 this time. I think that's probably a good, yeah. So, all right, we have 14 seconds of burn left. What we're gonna try to do now is we're gonna try to add a maneuver. We are gonna circularize.
So where are you going to land?
Oh, we're not gonna land yet. Right now, what we're trying to do is we want to get ourselves into space. Let's see. It says target. We want to get ourselves into space, and we want to adjust our angle so that way we are more in line with the moon, with Mun, so that way we're kind of going the same direction.
So Mun is the moon?
For yes, yep. Mun is the moon. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna ask him to move to this position here.
I don't like Mun.
Did you say you don't like Mun?
Yeah, because Mun is the moon. I don't like going to sleep.
What? Oh, you don't like nighttime. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I was like, what do you mean you don't like Mun? Makes a lot more sense when you say it that way. All right, let's do this. The antenna, you tracked it. I'm gonna do a little antenna action here. Boop. Nice.
When those are all green, that's when I can that's when I can like...
You can press that button right now if you want. Go ahead, press it. Press C. Alright, press the spacebar and wait. Press the big spacebar. You press the spacebar. Thank you, sir. Stop. 1 second. Just 1 second.
I want to make those three things come out.
In a second. Hold on. Hey, don't come on this side unless you got a shirt on, alright? Why? Because I'm streaming. Stop. You gotta be dressed like you're walking outside the door, man. That's a requirement. Why are you giving... Hey, don't give the tongues. You're basically sticking the tongue out at yourself. Hey, that's not nice. That's not nice. No one wants to see that. I mean, I think it's cute, but I'm your father. I'm supposed to think it's cute. It's like a requirement. This was maybe not the most efficient use of my fuel or ability to get into orbit, but hey, might actually get into orbit, so we got that going for us. Whether we can get to and back from Mun, I think we'll be alright. Bob and Jebediah.
Why do Jebediah have 2 words of die?
I don't know. That's just his name. Okay, we're in orbit. We're in enough orbit. Kind of.
I mean,
wasn't ideal, but
one
whatever.
word of die, because die is someone that got killed.
No, his name is Jebediah. It's not that he died. His name is Jebediah. It just happens to have that word in it.
Well, why do I die?
I don't know. That's what they named him. I guess they could call him Jeb if you want. If that makes you happier with it, we can call him Jeb.
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 So maybe Wait, so can you switch those guys kind of name?
Too much, but we can make that work.
And then you can call Jebediah instead of Jebediah.
Do you want me to change his name?
Yeah.
Nickname unlocked.
Or maybe it's maybe you can call him
Ace.
No.
You're silly.
Alex, Alex that's watching there, and then
We'll see. Okay, that's just too excessive.
That's flying this rocket.
Alright, add maneuver here. Let's see, go like this.
Cool.
I'll pull that maneuver back a little because we're not trying to. What a goal would be, in our perfect world, we orbit Mun. In our not so perfect world, wait, where are you going?
Get on my knee.
Okay, that's fine. Just now you're completely off the screen, but that's okay. You don't have to be on the screen if you don't want to be. Good, I'm generating electric charge. I have plenty of time to mess around with this if I wanted to. Okay. Where does that put us? What are you doing? Please stop. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Trust him up. Can you be done already? Daddy, the end.
I love you. I'm close, man.
Oh, this is your second rocket.
Yeah. But I want to make sure, look, so what I'm doing right now, I mean, and I realize for you, you're just like, you're doing nothing.
Okay, after the second rocket, you're done.
Oh, and then you want to play Minecraft, right?
Yeah, let's do.
So can you let me work, can you let me work on this, and I'll let you know when we're closer to Mun, and I'll bring you back?
Okay.
Okay? Why don't you say goodbye to Nikki?
Bye-bye, boo-boo.
All right, enough of that.
Boo-boo, bye, boo-boo.
All right. Let's focus on this now. I'll tell him to say goodbye. Thanks. He's good. He's good people. Of course I would say that I'm his parent. I would ideally like to not use more than I don't think I can do this. Well, I could probably do it. I used way too much fuel to actually get into orbit, which is the problem. It's a race to the moon right now. Yeah, I just used too much fuel to actually get up here. Like, I didn't really do my turns correctly. That's fine. So now what I'm trying to do is find an approach that leaves me in a good place to return without, so I only have to deal with one maneuver to slow down instead of two. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is this. That at least means that we encounter it at a day from now. We leave it about 3 hours after, but then it brings us back in, which is awesome. And it's only 765, and it's a minute burn. Unless, of course, I approach this from the perspective of 2 burns, but I think that's just going to cause the same problems for me. We'll try this. We'll try this because the worst thing that's going to happen is it's not going to work. That's it. That's the worst that's going to happen. That's not the end of the world. Sorry, he's in right now. Yep. Sure is.
Should I be your world or my world? Maybe my world.
So much fuel to use though. Jeez.
Now, Daddy, in this world, we are going to build a house big.
Actually, I think we're gonna use a little bit of Kerbin's natural atmosphere. And we're gonna slow ourselves down. My burn is in like 30 seconds. Oh, wait a second. I mean, I'd have to like totally speed up here. Oh, but I'm gonna have science to do, I betcha. Let's see. Oh, I told it not to. Good. It makes life a lot easier. Okay, now what's the end result going to be? We'll deal with that later. That's not the end of the world. Yeah, we'll just deal with that when we get to the other side of this whole encounter. My encounter is going to last for 2 hours, which is more than enough time to deal with the science aspect. Now here's the real question. Can I get Bob out? Oh, God. Can I get Bob out? Can I get him to reset this experiment? Full disclosure, I don't know if I can. Let's say Kerbal. Let's see. Kerbal space reset experiments. Scientists can perform research, can restore inoperable experiments. Higher experience level, faster. Bob is the okay. Sorry, I'm just reading up on how to actually reset an experiment because previously there was a Kerbal space program how to reset experiment. I know that it requires a EVA. I understand that aspect of it, but I don't know am I EVAing and then like it's literally going to be like a click of a button and it sounds like beginning Kerbal's new skills. Screw it. You know what? At the end of the day, trial by fire, right? Trial by fire. We got plenty of time. It's not like we're in any rush here. All right, Bob. Bob, you're going on an EVA, bud. Can you? Oh boy. Hold on. I do, however, need one thing. I need the wiki for Kerbal Space Program Wiki because I do not know what the EVA commands are. It's been that long. It has been that long. So controls, EVA. All right, what are my EVA commands here? Oop, that's not what I wanted. EVA. Oh, here we go. EVA. I can turn my jet on. Jump, use part, return to cockpit. Oh, okay, where's my jetpack? Jet up, jet down, shift to control. Toggle jetpack is R. Okay. I think it's just a right click to reset. Yeah. Imagine maybe like once I have him out and I get close enough to it. Sure hope that's what it's gonna be. Cause I'm about to let go here and I'm really hoping that I don't mess it up. Let's see. Alright, jetpack on. Whoa. Oh, snap. Okay. I would hate to do that a million times over, and I understand why I probably had the add-on the last time. But whatever, it worked. It worked. I was able to reset it, and now I'm able to pick up another 43 science due to that fact. So yay. It's fine, because Bob's gonna go do another EVA, and Lord willing, well, we're gonna get this right again. So we're gonna turn his jetpack on. Oh boy, Bob. All right, well, where is, let's see. All right, we have no temperature to log here, and this mysterious goo is in a good place. We have nothing to transfer from that. Okay, so we're good there. All those items are good. This guy's good, that guy's good. All right, we're in a good place. I'm not sure that we're necessarily in a good place to survive a re-entry, but we're gonna try. All right, let's move up some time a little here. We're not gonna spend the whole day in space. I probably don't need that orbit information anymore. Handrail, yeah, you know what? When I built this solo, it's exactly what I said when I got on the launch pad. I was like, I should have had a railing to just be able to walk down. But I was like, you know what? Forget it. Like, I should be able to do these minor EVAs like this. Like, it's kind of silly that I don't know the mechanics. So that's what I'm. So I figured I'll try it. It seems to work. I don't love it. I definitely am going to put handrails on this vessel the next time we go up because I don't want to deal with that again. Not that it was hard. I mean, it really wasn't, right? Like spacewalks are also yeah, it's exactly it. Like I'd like to get used to it because like the goal is eventually we're going to be landing on Mun and there's going to be more EVA. I was thinking about one or two like of the EVA type attachment systems where like you could like build a rover like while you're EVAing. So definitely something I'm thinking about. So that's why I was like, I'll deal with rails next time. You know. Yes, KIS and KS. I previously had them loaded, and then when the new version came out, there was issues, and so I've been loading mods back on slowly, especially ones that like have been confirmed working. And both of those, I almost reinstalled today, and I'm not sure why I didn't, but I was like, you know what? Like I'll get to it because right now I'm at the stage where like I'm still building up science. But yeah, I like both of those mods, and 100%. Literally was like about to click the button, but I was like, man, I just really want to play Kerbal and not deal with like mod issues. So I was like, I'll just deal with it tomorrow. It's interesting. I usually play the game with MechJab, but MechJab obviously doesn't work, or at least they haven't updated it. But I'm actually kind of happy that I am not because I don't think I really need it as much. I think it's just getting used to the mechanics and not having autopilot is actually really nice. So, granted, my launches and my orbits are trash, but whatevs. We'll make it work slowly but surely. We are close to our encounter here. We're about, yeah, an hour away. It's a shame MechJab isn't updated yet. I think TCA does some of the same things though, and it works in mine. Throttle controlled avionics. Ooh, all right. That's my next thing to take a look at when I have a moment here. Oh, okay. We are, yay. Let's do some science, like all of it, all at the same time. Do all the science quickly. Probably didn't get that registration that I was doing that. Awesome. All right. Give me an EVA report real quick. Nice. All right. Board for a second, Bob. We'll deal with it in one moment here. Let's transfer your data out. There we go. Transfer your data out. There you go. Transfer your data out. God, there was a one. I think it's 4 science. I think it was. There's one that like would do all of this for you and transfer all of it, and I was like, I loved it. It was super awesome, but it's broken. It doesn't work anymore. Oh, see, that's the problem. That one of these experiments is not on the right side of the vessel for me to reset, and the mysterious goo. Let's just take a look and see what we got going on here before we go all wonky. I have to add a maneuver here to actually speed up just a smidge because I can't. I'm going to hit the atmosphere way too fast. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm actually going to use a little bit of delta V to put me at a like nope, too high. I need atmosphere. Yeah, 69,000. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to let the atmosphere slow me down just a smidge and see if I can do it, because I don't think, I really doubt that I can slow myself down enough with only 550. I mean, let's just say for the purposes of this discussion, right? Let's say I brought my periapis to like 98,000 meters, right? Let's just say hypothetically. All right, that's 11 meters per second. That leaves us with like 540 meters per second. Now let's say we do another maneuver, add a maneuver here, and we say, hey, we're going to slow down. Like, let's say, like, slow down to go into orbit even, just for the purposes of this. I seriously doubt this is going to work. Say, what does that look like? That is, yeah, 1,000 meters per second. Impossible. Impossible. Can't be done. Cannot be done. So the best thing we can do is we can use the planet's atmosphere to slow us down. That's what we're going to do. So, close this up. We're going to close this up. Close that up. We are going to close this up. We're going to do another EVA, and we're actually going to reset these two units that are not working, and hopefully I don't trash it. Actually, you know what? While I'm sitting here, let's just... Solo, do you use CCAN for your add-ons, or are you using like the Twitch, like Curse client, Twitch client for your add-ons? I may have lost something when you landed. Yeah, I'm not even close to landing yet, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, I guess I could be, but so I'm a big CCAN fan. I found that like Twitch doesn't work. Like some of the add-ons like download and KSP's like, yeah, it's not in the right spot. And I'm like, well, you told me to go there. Yeah, I've had that, like, to get Kerbal Engineer to work, like I guess whoever, no, it's not the person who manages it, but it's someone else posted about having to modify the version file in order for it to work properly. But so I was like, okay. So I mean, I like CCAN. I think it works really well. I'm not really sure why they pushed like the Curse and Twitch platform, because it doesn't seem to be the best platform. But as long as CCAN keeps working. God, I would kill to be in orbit right now, but it's nice to have all the mods in a list like it does. Yeah, I love being able to like click it on, and like I like the dependencies, right? I like seeing that there's like these different dependencies, and it lets you load them and update them and manage them. It shows you conflicts too, which I think is great. Now, do either one of you use like life support? I mean, I use life support. I use USI's life support interface, just because I guess I like the realism aspect of it. I'm not sure why I'm literally taking... Oh, that's right. I was going to EVA and I started talking. I'm sorry. Okay, Bob. Let's EVA. What was it again? Jetpack toggled. Oh, was it control? It was control. No. Oh my gosh. Okay. Doable, but man oh man. Man oh man. Use that and not tack though. For me, life support mods just add a level of difficulty that you know what? I agree to a certain extent, and that's why I liked USI, because USI was very simple. Like, you need supplies, you need electricity, and then that's it, right? And then if you want, like, I like that you can kind of decide like how much realism you're getting with it, right? Like versus like oh yeah, board right there, boom. Oh, okay, no, come on. Impervious. TAC bit harder to use because it takes in account waste, aka carbon dioxide. Yeah, and I liked TAC, but I started to find that like TAC, certain like modules didn't work well with it, and then they weren't keeping it up to date quite as quickly as USI. And I said, you know what? I was like, I like life support, I really, really do. Then I got to a certain point where I was like, I like it, but I wanted to add like a level of difficulty without being like over the top. I kind of wish Kerbal, to be honest with you, offered it as an option. Like, hey, like here's an additional difficulty. Like here's some life support, so that way it could be built into some of like the stock modules, right? But you know, that's just me. Actually, I seriously doubt I'm going to have another science phase here unless I was closer to Mun. So I don't think I really need to do anything with that. Let's cancel this. I'll deal with that maneuver in a second. We're not going to stop this for science anymore. We're simply going to get us out of Mun's influence here. Okay. So. Perfect. We're out of Mun's influence, and we are basically coming in hotter than you could possibly imagine. So we are going to try to do burn like right here. Probably do it like here, here, add maneuver, and we're just going to speed up just a smidge. I want to get it to, it's a little low for me. 60. That's probably fine. Let's go turn to our maneuver, make it happen. Forgot mech jab. Yeah, well, mech jab doesn't work, or at least it's not working in the current version. I have the latest version, but I'm not gonna lie, I I like, for me, I like having a little more awareness of the mechanic that I have to follow. I guess because again, I'm at a certain point, like if there's not enough challenge, then I'm sitting there going, okay, I want a little more challenge, but there are parts of mech jab I really like. Like, Kerbal Engineer gives me the same kind of loadout, but like I like the staging information. I liked being able to like get a little better information as far as like transfer windows and stuff like that. And at a certain point, you're like, I've launched enough of these rockets into space that you're like, okay, I don't really need to do another one. Mech jab, can you get this into orbit because I want to work on docking, or I want to work on going to, I want to do other mechanics of the game. And it gets to a certain point where like, do I have to take off again? Do I have to deal with this again? I mean, I guess at time it's not that big of a deal, but all right. Well, the burn is quick. I mean, I don't even know if I have to wait for the burn, to be honest with you. I probably don't have to wait for the burn. We're gonna manually do this. We're gonna manually do this. We're gonna bring up the engines ever so slightly. I use mech jab just for the simple stuff like circularizing in orbit quickly. Yeah, after doing it for like 5 years, you get tired of doing it by hand. Yep. Yeah. Hopefully they update it, but you mentioned, I saw it just a second ago. Throttle controlled avionics. Throttle controlled avionics. Let's see. Throttle controlled avionics. Plugin enhances the altitude control the ship by dynamically changing the output of its engines or CS, yada 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 yada. Oh, that's pretty neat. Too bad they haven't updated it yet. But you said it works, so you can always just give it a try. What's the worst that's going to happen? Oh, I'm gonna take a look at that. Actually, I have their forum page up now, so I totally hit that up when I after I land here. Oh, I did not realize what time it was. Wow, daylight savings always throws you off. And I guess flying spaceships and like concentrating like no one's business probably also helps a little. I just want to see, just for my own, I already know it's going to be too much. I have to slow down, and I have to use atmospheric braking. Yeah, that's another reason why I like mech jab very, very specifically is because of the tech tree. And it's like, okay, you don't get mech jab right away, and then when you do, you're only getting certain things like, maneuver control, or then circularizing, and then docking. So it's like, so that's I love the fact that they integrated it into research notes. I just wish they would update it. I mean, I'm not really a programmer, so I mean, if I was, I'd go and grab the source code and offer to maintain it. But I'm not that. I like video games. I just work with computers, but not like that. Not that good. No way, no how. I would be though. It could take a bit. Yeah. Who knows when they're updated? I mean, people are updating them, which is awesome. It's glad to see that there's still like community involvement and people are are updating their mods. Like, it only took like a couple of days, and all the mods that I commonly use were up and running, which was awesome. So I just wish that they got mech jab in a functional spot, and it looks like it's been a while since anyone's really um, done anything with it. But such is life. Make it work. See how much of a horrible idea this was. And the nice thing, I can't, not yet. Oh my god. Let's see. Yep, atmospheric braking is at least helping us here. It is slowing us down a little. It's probably going to take a couple of orbits. Let's see what our habit. Let's see, this is what? A day away? We might be okay. Once we get enough delta V out of us, once we get enough of this, enough altitude out of us, we can, use our engines to clear the rest of it. So.
Rocket.
No, it's the same rocket I've been working on, but I'm almost done now. Now I'm in the process of slowing my orbit down so I don't crash into the planet at a rapid rate. Oh gosh. What's heating up? What's heating up? What's heating up? The hottest part is the liquid engine. Okay, so what critical part is Science Junior. Okay. I'll bet you with those doors open, it's not helping anything. Close doors. Yep, that's what it was. Doors were open. Critical part. Oh, we're fine. That's awesome. Okay, so atmospheric braking for the win. Atmospheric braking for the win. All right. Once we come out of the atmosphere's influence, I'm not sure I'm gonna have Bob reset the material study. To be honest with you, I'm kind of good. I'm kind of good at that. To be honest with you, I'll transfer it because I don't want to lose the data in the event that it goes completely wrong. But I don't think I'm gonna have Bob reset this anymore. I don't think we need to. I think we're good in that particular department. All right, so we're now back in orbit. That was a good burn, I think. Let's see, food wise, we could go 3 days. I mean, I could. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Let's do this. Stop my time warp stopping. We are going to. Let's see, what is this? Oh wow, it's 2 days away. Let's see what this looks like right now. What if I just did it here? What if I added my maneuver right here and I just said, slow me down.
More and you done.
What? Should only take a few more minutes.
Can't do any more minutes.
I know. Struggle's real. I got it.
I want to do seconds.
You want seconds? Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'll be almost done. I'm almost done. And then we can stream some Minecraft. I didn't realize how late it was. I'm sorry.
Actually, after that, we're not going to stream Minecraft. We'll play, not stream.
Well, no, yeah, we're gonna play it and we're gonna stream it all at the same time. It's it's amazing. Definitely cannot go below 60,000. Oh, I actually could go totally below 60,000 if I wanted to, but I think that would be a little aggressive. So if I do this, that's a lot of delta V that I'm gonna burn off. But that also means that we're not gonna take 2 days to get around the planet again, and I can then use another. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna speed this endeavor up just a smidge, guys, or girls, don't know. But we're gonna speed this endeavor up just a smidge. We're gonna burn at like 20 seconds. We're gonna burn at 20 seconds, and we are gonna slow down this orbit and see what we can do to get back into a reasonable stop point. Don't care about heat right now. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Warp me there. Engage warp drive, Mr. Sulu. Yes, I am trying to land, but I realized, okay, I knew from the moment I got into orbit that I burned way too much fuel to in fact get to orbit. But I really didn't want to just give up and try again because I felt like I could actually get out to Mun, which I did, get science, which I did. And I really felt with like atmospheric braking using Kerbin's atmosphere is that I can slow down enough with and actually land it. You have unlocked air brakes. I have not unlocked air brakes. I have the small chutes to stop myself, but the problem is that obviously like I'm going to generate a lot of heat if I'm moving like near at 2,700 meters per second. Like it's going to hurt. So I'm gonna engage some air brakes in the sense that I'm gonna use the atmosphere to brake me, and get some free braking here. So that first round go around, it actually slowed me down a decent amount. So then my second maneuver, what I did here was just simply burn up as much fuel as I could while leaving a little bit of burn just to try to get me out of actual orbit, in a little more of a more direct approach so that I don't come through the atmosphere quite so slim. Yeah, I gotta check out my what my unlocks are. But I also because I don't want the game to be too hard, I also have not left this game mode yet because obviously like I could revert the flight if I needed to. But my intention is not to. I really don't like that practice because I get that it's there and I could turn that off, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to lose Jebediah. Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of thinking. Like as you said, I'm like you're right. Like I could be air braking like as I hit this upper atmosphere, and that would slow me down even more. And it's kind of the design, right? So, but let's see what happens. See what happens. Right now, my critical part is my heat shield, which is totally fine, or my antenna, which whatever we could always lose. But as you can see, even our slower atmospheric braking is working for us. We're quickly dropping our Appawapis here.
The arrow hidden inside and in the
3 days. Oh, electricity's fine. Habitat's fine. We're in a good place. We're in a really good place right now. As long as I don't overheat anything when I'm doing these, which right now, this rocket obviously is more than capable of handling the heat requirements. That's not even a concern. And with these doors shut, the Science Junior is no longer about to melt in the middle of the ship and cause massive turmoil for us. So, we could have slowed down more. Let's see. All right, whatever. Well, you have 4 heat readers, so it should be plenty if they're active. I have them, but actually it was, honestly, I don't know if I should have put them. I put them around the science experiments, mostly because I wanted to make sure that this section didn't get overheated, assuming that this has its own heat abatement, right? This doesn't, but honestly, I think I've already transferred this out. I've already transferred the science out of here, and this is just life support, so that doesn't matter. And I have a heat shield down here. So, I mean, it's a high probability that I'm going to survive re-entry without any issues. So I'm tempted to, honestly, just give it an old world here and see what happens. But at the same time, I could just warp around another time here and slow us down a little more. Because we're going to give this one more slowdown attempt here before I, because we're moving so fast. I mean, we're moving at like nearly 3,000 meters per second. Let's see. Yeah. Now, again, I could maybe even bring my periapis even lower, because I mean, it's not like I was seeing a lot of heat issues, right? I mean, it's the rocket, which shortly not going to have any fuel in it. And I can even leave the rocket on and let it take a brunt of the heat before I actually, re-enter the atmosphere. That's another option. It's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a rough one with no fuel. feel like I'm nursing the wound that's gonna eventually open no matter what. But I'm gonna try a little more aggressive slowdown here and see if I can make this work. I know you guys are probably like rolling your eyes, being like, "Dude, just crash it, just crash it." If Deck was on the stream right now, he would say the words, "You should just crash it because you know you're going to anyway." Oh boy. All right. Let's see. Warp here. Oh, we're still in. I didn't realize we're still in the atmosphere. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Wait, we're not still in the atmosphere. What's going on here? Up there. Actually, I don't really need to do that. I'm just gonna do this. You will slow me down once I get into the atmosphere. Flip her around. Alright. I noticed your SOT countdown looking for. Oh my gosh. I am totally looking forward to Sea of Thieves. That game is ridiculously fun. I mean, I enjoy the fact that like you can be on a ship playing like playing pirate music, with your friends, having a good old time, and then whether that be you're out looking for other ships and you find someone that's like, all right, we're ready to go, or someone comes upon you. I think the idea of like the Kraken is a pretty cool idea. I think I'm very excited. I'm very very excited. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We have me and three other guys, and we're just really looking for some good old fashioned pirate nonsense and shenanigans, and it just looks like they did a really good job with it. Spaceman 1357, thank you for the follow. I very much appreciate it. That is awesome. Find out if I'm about to blow things up here. What's my heat look like? Critical part is the engine, which is fine. Is that a little hotter than I was hoping, but that's okay. Yeah, now we're slowing things down. Now we are slowing it down. That extra 5,000 meters is definitely a big thing. So yeah, I got the time. I got the countdown. I was like, figured let people know, that watch the stream that there's going to be a decent amount of Sea of Thieves, but I think Kerbal's always also going to be a big factor. Definitely around like, I love Kerbal for the fact that like I can stream it, I can play it. My children are here and they kind of do their own thing, but like they can also be included in it because it's such an educational game. Aside from it being a game, like there's a big educational component to it, which is awesome. And I like learning about some of the science behind it because I'm a big science geek. So, and I love science fiction, Star Trek, and Star Wars. So it just all fits in that little niche really well for me. Yeah. Yep. And I love that they're still supporting it. I mean, I played a little bit of the expansion, but like the day it came out, I purchased it just to give them the support. That $15 for me, I was like, please continue to support this game because I think they've done a lot of good things with it, and I'm looking forward to more. So, all right, that was a really good slowdown. That actually helped me a lot. So we're in a much better place. I realize that this is taking a lot longer than I was hoping, but it's okay. I'd much rather do it and land and get all this juicy science than find out that I was being impatient for no good reason. Fastest forward I can do. And we're back hoping that we don't burn up one more time. Oh my god. So I tried the missions a little bit. They're interesting. Like one of the things, and I think a lot of people have mentioned, is there's no real save aspect, but the missions have kind of multiple steps to them. So I tried the first mission, no problem. Second mission, some of the design was a little off. I said, all right, no big deal. I'll reset it and I'll try the second stage of the mission again because trial and error. And nope, can't retry it. You have to start from the beginning again. And so I was kind of like, well, man, like that's a struggle because the first time I did the mission, like the first one wasn't hard, but I don't want to really, shoot off a solid rocket engine again and then get credit and move to the next one. So I was like, all right, guys, I feel like that's something that they're going to change though. I feel like that's going to be an option. Hey, you can save between, but I'm also looking forward to like community content. Yeah, I didn't like that either. Yeah. So I'm hoping that community missions, and I may even dabble in trying to create one. We'll see. I don't know. Like, but for me, it's like I have my own missions in my mind. Like I'm gaining this science. I want to be able to get out to Mun. I want to get out to the farther planets. I want to create a space station. There are things that I'm like I don't necessarily need a mission to do, and I try to only load add-ons that are not necessarily game breaking. Right? I'm not looking to like get out to um, Duna with the click of a button. Unless there's a mechanic there that can make it work. So we'll see. All right. Yeah, we're in a good place here. I just wonder now, like, based on this, if I was to hit this here, which I seriously doubt I would do that, but what does 100 meters per second get me as a slowdown? Not a whole lot. Where's my thermal? I mean, I'm only getting 30%. I could probably bring this down a little more. In fact, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to retrograde when I get to the Apoapus, and I am going to bring us down some more and get a little more heat going here because this is taking forever. I am starving, hungry, and my poor Kerbals are like, how many times are we going to orbit this planet, dude? You should have brought enough fuel to get us down safely the first time. Bob's like, can I just EVA again? Like, I'm getting it's a little crouched in here, and Jebediah's getting cranky because we keep spinning around this planet a couple times. Should just pot commit and make it happen. Can't do it though. Not yet. Soon. I'm close. Close. I'm gonna take another 5,000 meters off, see how that looks, and then I promise I will pot commit after this next atmospheric slowdown. That's what we got. One more atmospheric break, and then that's it. Then no more atmospheric breaks. Then we find out. We just tear off the band-aid, and we make the decision to go down. Solo, you're like my buddy who goes by DVD, who is always my voice of reason when I'm about to be impatient about something. And he's like, you could just you could just wait, just take an extra minute or two. But let's see. We were only getting a 35% critical thermal percentage here, which means we could take a lot more. Now, granted, I'm putting us a little lower than I did last time, but we're only at 41%. You know? Yeah, Nikki. He is my voice of reason. we're okay. We're doing really good here, actually. This is working a lot better than I expected. And honestly, I probably should have taken this approach the first time I was attempting to land. I probably would have handled this a lot better. But honestly, like I don't usually atmospheric brake. I usually have enough fuel. I would just do it. There it is. The consensus is, and yeah, I should have approached this the same way before. I should have came in a lot lower, like and hit this like upper atmosphere a little bit more because this is a much better slowdown. And look at this, I'm only at like 43%. Like I could probably have gone down even a little lower. In fact, I most certainly can land and probably without taking damage because everything else is taking heat, but that's okay. None of it's reaching its critical level right now. So yeah, well, yes, I'm definitely adding air brakes in the next revision of this build. There will be some more air braking and some more maybe even some more heat management to help get me a little slower, a little faster. But now we're in a much better place. I mean, look at this. We're still under 50,000. Like my Apple Wappus is dropping nice and quick. If I even come out of this in an orbitable state, then all I do is I hit the brakes and it'll fly right back. All right, no, sorry, Top Gun reference. Uh, oh my god. So, going back to Sea of Thieves. So yeah, I mean, I'm bad. So, Deck wants me to dress up as a pirate when I play Sea of Thieves. So I don't think I'm gonna do, but I did get a new headband with a your traditional pirate insignia on it, just because I can't help myself. Come over here. You can watch her about to land or blow up. It's one or the other.
What do blow up means?
Means not necessarily make it back. Oh wow, holy. Okay, well we're in retro right now, and we are stopping because there's literally no reason not to at this point.
How do you
Wait,
stop?
woo. I'll tell you. Actually, I will tell you when to hit the space bar. Hold on one second. Oh please. There was, for one year for Halloween, I dressed up as Captain Morgan, and I have all of that stuff in my closet right now. Um, oh, perfect. Okay, so we're good. We're good. We are not going to burn up in atmospheric reentry.
When do we have to press that?
My youngest, stand up here so that they stand right here so they can see you. My youngest is going to actually commit the staging of us breaking off the lower section in a second here once we are back on our decline and we see what our heat situation is. But I don't think we're going to have a problem with our heat situation. Hold on. 1 second. I'm trying to get it so the numbers are going down so that we're declining. You see this? Okay, you see that meter right here? You see this? See how it's going down right now where that little mouse is? Yeah. That's indicating that we're actually going down instead of up. Right? So now that we're going down, okay, we're gonna hit the space bar to break this away. Nice, a little Kerbal in the making. Absolutely. This guy, he's my like Minecraft guru, and you like rockets, right? You like flying spaceships? Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, we're gonna wait just a minute. We want to see what happens here because we got some parts heating up. And so we're going to use this section of the ship. Honestly, we probably don't even need to use this section of the ship. But we're going to wait just a second here. See, Jebediah. Look, here's Jebediah. See him smiling? Bob's like hanging out. He's like, yeah, we're landing, guys, finally. We've been up here for... Let's see, we've been up here for, I don't know if it tells me, oh, actually, flight time. I get flight time from tracking, but I'll get that later.
And look at Jebediah.
Jebediah.
Look at him. Yeah. Look at his mouth.
He's looking around going, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Everywhere.
He's like, are we landing yet? He's like, I am getting hungry. I would like some dinner. Oh, here we go. See how we're heating up now?
Yeah.
Don't hit that. We are now officially heating up. We are re-entering the atmosphere. We're going pretty quick. And we're going to use these parts of the ship to slow us down by allowing them to heat up first. And hopefully saving our heat shield for when we really need it.
So, do we have to press that yet?
In a second. In a second. I'm going to tell you when. We're going to wait to see what happens here, honestly. It could go horribly wrong, and things could blow up, but that's okay. Jebediah and Bob both have parachutes, so we could always save them from this disaster. Or we could go to a save game if we needed to, but I don't think we're going to need to. See, we're at 50% of its thermal capacity. We are slowing down at a pretty good rate here.
Is this still plugged in?
Yeah, it is plugging good. Here.
Oh.
Okay, I'll help you. You want to hear the fire and the engines? Beep.
Yeah. Look at Bob.
Yeah, like check this out. I wonder if the oh there it is. See that? That's me going through the atmosphere. Woohoo!
That's a lot of fire.
It is a lot of fire. We are heating this bad boy up. Soon as we see, okay, see this number keeps going up. As soon as we see this number dropping down, that means that we've slowed down enough that the air that we're passing through is no longer generating the heat.
So that's why we
right.
have to press that.
We're no longer generating as much friction, at which point we'll break away from this because we won't need it anymore.
Oh.
But we want to make sure that we have, yeah, see, so now this is going down, okay? See that? That means that we've now slowed down enough that the friction that we're generating in the atmosphere is no longer causing as much heat, which means we will actually survive this reentry. So as soon as the fire goes away, you're gonna hit the space bar, and it's gonna break the lower section away. Which honestly, we probably could have broken the lower section away. So everyone who's like rolling their eyes, going, "Seriously, dude, you could have done it already." Okay, go ahead, hit it. Wait. Okay, that's it. That's all we needed to do. Now we're just gonna let this bad boy coast down. Hey, high five, mission accomplished. I mean, granted, we shouldn't celebrate until we actually hit the ground, but you know, that's okay. Oh, we have a crew report we could do? Oh, but it's totally, let's see, can I store that crew report? Crew report? Overwrite? No, I don't want to overwrite it. I would love to transfer that crew report, but I guess I can't. Oh, wait a second. Container collect all. What does that mean? I don't know. That's what that means. Yay. Awesome. Temperature scan. Done. Now I'm wishing I had reset that material study when I was just, going around the planet like a million times. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it's good to know I could have right-clicked on that. That was kind of senseless to constantly be doing it. Oh, hit the spacebar. We need to hit some parachutes. Whew. Totally not paying attention to the fact that we are still coming down, and okay, we don't need staging anymore. We don't need heat anymore. Honestly, we don't need the engineer anymore, so we're going to just turn off engineering real quick. Okay, so...
What? I want to see when they open up.
Yep. We're going to... You have another...
Can you see under them?
Yeah, there's going to be one more... Oh, yeah. You want to see, like, underneath, like this?
Yeah.
We have another round of parachutes to set off, okay?
So when those two other ones are light up green?
We're going to... Actually, you know what? Can you hit the parachute button right now for me, please? Thank you. That's it. No more. No more. No more. I think we're actually a little higher. We're probably in the... Wait, we're in the highlands? Yeah, so our altitude's a little higher than what we think it is. So we're going to just hit those so that way we can...
So Jebediah is clapping.
Jebediah is clapping because we spent like... We went around Kerbin a lot. Jebediah is just very happy that we're done going around Kerbin. That's what it is. Okay, so we're going to do a quick... Now that we're only doing 4 meters per second, do a quick EVA report. Okay, and we're going to put him back in. Nice. Actually, I bet you... No, I can't do it on the... without the collect all that data. Nice. Alright. So, yeah. We're going to speed up here because we certainly do not need to wait quite as long to go down. And
so you're speeding up so those things can get faster down?
I'm speeding up to save everyone that's watching this the agony of having to wait. Like, I mean, it's 4 meters per second. We have 1,800 meters to go. It would take a few minutes for us to actually hit the ground. Actually, it would specifically take somewhere in the neighborhood of like well, it probably wouldn't take 4 minutes because that's not really accurate, but it would take a while. So we're just trying to get down faster so that way we can do our science, collect our ship.
Oh, wait, he's going fast. He's going fast.
Oh yeah, well, because we're time is going 4 times faster, so that's why he looks like he's going quicker. But oh, here he is. Boop, boop. Here's the ground. Oh, please don't roll. Please don't roll. Oh, this is gonna roll. This is gonna roll. Oh god. Okay. It's okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some reports real quick.
Did you get them out?
It is 100% nighttime. Well, wait. No, you can't hit that button anymore. Hold on. Can't hit that button anymore. We don't want to we don't want to detach anything now. We're gonna EVA Bob real quick because we need to get a surface sample and we need to get an EVA report. All right, we're gonna put Bob back in here. Take the mouse, okay? Take the mouse, bring it all the way to the top, right here, up above the letters, and hit that one. Hit recover vessel, the green one. Can you do that for me? The green one. You got to left click on the green one. Up, up. Here, I'll help you just a smidge. There you go. Click on it. Thank you. Let's see how much science we got. Big number. Come on, big number.
100.
316 science. Or actually, we generated 284 science from experiments. We did 27 experiments. We now have, so we made 284 science. Thanks, Solo. I appreciate that, man. I really did not want to revert that flight. I felt like I had that in hand, and if I had done better.
Now can we play Minecraft?
Yes. I'm gonna wrap up here, and then I'm gonna come over to you. Okay? Let me just finish this up real quick. You mind? Do you want to stay here?
Yeah.
You can stay. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what science I'm gonna get first. Hold on. We got a lot of new science, so I think. What are we talking here? We could do some miniaturization. We could do space. Oh, that's what I need right there. Mobility enhancers. Did you see the image I sent? Oh, yeah, I'm going to pull it up in a second here. Hold on. Sorry, I got sidetracked trying not to crash my my ship. Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah. Here, let me repost that. I'm gonna repost that. That looks really nice. Here, check this out.
Why do you really like that? So you can have it so you can fly it in your next run.
All right, I reposted it so everyone on the stream can see. I like that. That's pretty cool. Does that make it up into orbit? Is that designed to make it into orbit, I should say? That's 10-second delay, so while that's happening, we're gonna go with these because we most certainly need them. Advanced controls. Oh yeah, oh yes, finally. Getting that. I don't think I need landing quite yet. I'm gonna go with. Yeah, it took it to the. Nice. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm guessing it uses both like jets and. I mean, obviously it uses like regular jet engines in space, but I'm guessing you use like air-fueled jets for the initial takeoff, right?
So now that I'm going to play?
Yeah. I'm just finishing. I just wanted to purchase all this science to show what we were getting.
And then and then when you play again or science, you got to today. When you play again, the science you have is still going to be there.
Cool. Yep. Yes. All right. You're all done. You step away. Daddy's going to just say goodbye to his stream, and then I will be over there. All right. Well, hey, thank you, everyone, for joining me on my little endeavor here today. That was super awesome. And for all the follows, I super appreciate it. That's awesome. There's most certainly going to be some more Kerbal tomorrow. We're going to be trying some of this new science. I want to take a look at the 1 or 2 of those add-ons we talked about to see if I can add a couple more back in and add some more fun stuff. But, click follow if you're not following. Come take a look, and by all means, I welcome all suggestions on my my attempts to be a Kerbanaut. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, and take it easy, everyone.